Hello. Hi, everybody. G'day. So, Planet Rock Power, we drastically, and I mean drastically, speed up the decarbonization of the electricity distribution grid. That means we can put a hell of a lot more rooftop solar into our local suburbs. And we do that so we can save the planet and save humanity. Let me ask you a question. Did you know that rooftop solar is the absolute cheapest form of clean energy there is in the world? Now, if that's the case, with all this climate emergency stuff happening, why don't we have every single roof in the world filled with solar? Well, there's a problem. The grid's a one-way grid. It's a big, huge funnel going one way, and when you stick a little bit of solar going backwards, it can handle a little bit, but it can't handle a lot. So in Australia, we have a lot of rooftop solar. It's creating a huge voltage problem. That voltage problem then significantly limits or almost destroys the amount of rooftop solar we can install. So in Australia, if I have a big, huge warehouse, a whole square mile of rooftop, because of the technology problem and the economics that go with it, I can only put a little tiny bit of solar on that roof. We fix that problem. We create a two-way grid so we can fill that roof with solar and basically help save the planet. Now, the way we do it, we've invented a very smart digital device and our artificial intelligence. It goes beside the solar inverter, behind the meter, in the customer's location. So the customer gets increased savings, increased benefit to the community. It doesn't cost the grid any money for this to happen. The net result, we can deliver a 1,000 or up to a 1,300% increase in the amount of rooftop solar we can install in the local suburbs. The other thing we do is we release or facilitate billions and billions of dollars to flow in to fund that rooftop solar. So when you have a voltage problem on the grid from that rooftop solar income stream is variable, intermittent. So over a 20-year period, the bank's never going to put money into it. So it's non-bankable. But we fix that rooftop solar, we fix that voltage problem. So then I can talk to the big banks. I can talk to, in Australia, Macquarie Bank and Credit Suisse and all those people and say, look, I want you to put $5 billion into rooftop solar as well as $5 or $10 or $20 billion into the solar farm. So that's basically, we release a huge amount of money to speed up decarbonization. With commercial buildings, we have like a win-win solution. We talk to the guy and say, the owner, and say, look, I want to rent your roof. It's real simple. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm just going to rent your roof, stick the solar panels on the roof, and you get a rent, and I'm going to sell cheap, clean energy to the tenant. They love that because they get a green, sticky tenant who stays longer, and they get a huge increase in their valuation of their property. And then the excess energy, because now we fixed the voltage problem, we can sell that into the grid and basically let the whole community use clean, green energy. Our business model is to license. So we are using the Intel Inside business model. So every rooftop solar system in the world that wants to export can use our little tiny chip, our little artificial intelligence, and then export into the grid. So we're licensing the whole distribution channel. Our plan is to scale very quickly through the whole distribution, the whole solar renewable energy channel will be able to license our technology. One of the things that I'd propose for next year's agenda for FiRe is to talk about the electrification of everything. To save the planet, we need to electrify everything. So not only cars, but our buildings, our gas heating systems in the buildings, everything has to turn into electricity. What that means, though, is in the suburbs, in your distribution area of the suburb, we need to increase the flow of energy backwards and forwards and everywhere by up to 300% to 400% to achieve that. But guess what? That's going to cost the whole world trillions and trillions of dollars. We don't have that money. So another benefit of our technology is we eliminate the need for the grid to upgrade to achieve that full electrification. So we can solve that problem. When you solve the voltage problem from behind the meter, you solve that need for the grid to upgrade and spend trillions of dollars. I guess the next part is about believe me. We went to Berlin. We were asked by the World Energy Council to go to Berlin and present in front of 20 global world experts in the renewable clean technology area, and we won. They said our technology was absolutely game-changing. The Secretary General of the World Energy Council said to us, hey, get out of Australia, you've got to come global. You've got to think 100 times bigger. So we've done that. We're raising $15 million US so we can expand, not only speed up commercialization in Australia, but expand globally. We have in California a beachhead site, about a $700 million project over 5 years that cannot be done without our technology. We have a demonstration project in Nice. We have an office in Singapore. So we're looking for money, but we're also looking for smart money for help and your support. We need your support. This is a tough, tough task. We're changing. You think that changing the car industry was hard. Changing the utility industry is 10 times harder. These guys are move like molasses, right? So hence our technology, the way we're doing things, our Intel Insider licensing model. So we need friends, please, and of course, great friends like yourselves, of course, and money too if you want to invest. So please help us speed up the decarbonization of the distribution electricity grid, help us save the planet, and help us save humanity. Thank you.